So the jurors that came forward said that they found you not guilty on second-degree murder, but they were stuck on manslaughter. Why is that? Why do you think that there were people in that box that said, no, we believe Karen struck John?
It was only a week ago, even though it seems like a lifetime ago, a week ago, the standalone OUI charge was added, and there was a lot of discussion and criticism about the adding of that charge, and it was by the defense. Ultimately, that's the only charge she was convicted with. I found this interview, it was from 4 months ago, watched it in its entirety. I'll tag it below. AlanJackson all along knew that the OUI standalone charge was going to be added, and I'm convinced that that's something that they added at the very end just strategically so there was less pushback, and maybe also because Hank Brennan at that point had tanked his case and just wanted a win for anything. But the reality is, listen to AlanJackson. He'll explain exactly why they did it. And now we know it was planned. This was not a last-minute decision.
Actually, I believe, and part of this is a little guesswork and filling in blanks, but the jurors that came forward indicated that they weren't actually even stuck on manslaughter. They were stuck on a subordinate charge beneath manslaughter, which means by definition, they were instructed you have to find not guilty on manslaughter to even go to a subordinate charge. So as it stands, as we sit here today, the information that we have is that she was acquitted on count 1, acquitted on count 3, acquitted on the upper charge of count 2, and they were stuck on something lesser like a DUI or DUI with injury or something like that.
But that would still mean that there were people in that box who thought Karen hit John.
I think that I don't think so, Ted. I don't believe that that's true. I believe that there were people, I think that we dispatched that notion in trial to the nth degree. I don't believe that there were actually jurors in the box who believed that the Commonwealth had proved beyond any and all reasonable doubt that she struck John with her car. I think what they thought was there is a tragic situation, a tragic outcome. A man lost his life, and that is tragic. It's deeply tragic for John, his family. And that there was drinking going on, drinking by Brian Albert, and drinking by Brian Higgins, drinking by Chris Albert, everybody, including Karen Reed. And she's the one on trial. Given the fact that there was drinking going on and someone lost their life, I think that there were certain people on the jury who just decided, I don't want to say not guilty across the board. Let's find something lesser to see if we can do something to close that loop for John O'Keefe. I don't think it had really, intellectually, anything to do with Karen Reed actually striking John O'Keefe.
So, AlanJackson, it may have been a gamble to other people, but not to him. If you listen to what he says there, he has killer instincts. And that's one of the things that makes him a great attorney. And that's what's up.